Spiritual Counseling TV network. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. So today we are on March 8th, 2021. It's Monday. It's the start of a fresh new week. This is our daily morning spiritual guidance videos. So let me explain to you, every beginning of the week, I do give Mondays for free now. Mondays are going to be the days that I give it for free because I'm going to update you on what's happening on this week. So there's a lot going on when it comes to soul coaching and the network. So I want to update you, and first of all, I deeply want to apologize for not showing up last week. Last week was a very hectic week, and I looked back on the videos for the daily morning spiritual guidance for the week of February, the week of Valentine's, and that energy, if you watched your daily videos, really resonated with what was happening last week. And one of the reasons why I couldn't come here and show up, I already sent an email to all my members. I always notify my members first, of course. But the huge reason was because I've been making a lot of upgrades and changes, even renovations to the set, to my living room. You can see I'm still working on my living room, but this is a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. And I'm also redoing the office. So that's a huge part of what the Spiritual Counseling TV network needs. I'm always showing up at the office. So that's going to be finished and completed by this week. So definitely we'll be continuing with all our shows. The Love Show for March is going to be premiered perhaps next week or at the end of this week. I know we're already in the second week of March. It's usually a show that premieres the first week of March. And the fashion show is also coming up. This is going to be a monthly thing now, in conjunction with my Christy's Divine Creations, which I do a cake design. And the reason why I do those cake designs is because it really sort of prompts this story about the spiritual journey, about what we're all undergoing and how it can relate to us at that moment. So visual arts and crafts, which is also something that I have been in my own time as a hobby also putting my time into, and it's been divinely guided because I'm going to be using it towards what I do for the collective, for the world, for humanity. And this is what I want to basically talk about today before we get to today's daily guidance, is that, okay, the fashion show is going to be a monthly thing. That's basically a show where I just come up with colors in my wardrobe, in my fashion, and with the cake that I designed for that month with what I'm going to talk about. So take a look at the February one. It was a Valentine's Day special. It was so synchronistically perfect. The way that even the colors came in, the design, or at least the way that I tried to do the design. It was my first time doing a cake. But this second time around for March, I promise you it's going to come out very nice. And I want to reach perfection when it comes to those cake designs because it really is an art, right? And I really love it. And I've been applying this artistic side of myself to even the renovations I've been doing, even reorganizing my home, my own personal life as well, so that I can show up better here, more purified and in alignment. And let me tell you that with all the healing work that I've been doing, with the decluttering in my life, emotionally, also physically, in my sacred space, I feel my best ever. I really feel so much better now. And trust me that I only show up as my best self. If I'm not showing up, it's also because I'm most likely doing healing work. And I wouldn't want to do that disservice to humanity and show up as less than my best self. I wait till the energy goes through and I learn the lesson of whatever it is I was dealing with internally, so that now I can talk about it from a more compassionate and graceful space. And that is part of my mission, right? Is also to feel the energy, make sure that I am healing and evolutionizing with my own personal soul journey so that I can come up as my best and best self every time. So I'm always continuously evolving as well. And that's something that I wanted to share with you all today, because I also go through my own personal life, but it's only to show me how to speak about it after. And that's part of what this week's guidance is going to be about. Check out your weekly health guidance as part of your Body, Mind, and Spirit Health and Wellness Forum membership. If you want to learn more about my membership subscriptions for my health and wellness website and brand, Body, Mind, and Spirit, follow me on that Instagram page. You're going to get information, updates, and more clear details about what it is that I'm talking about and what else I offer, basically. Because that's something that I also share my time with, right? It's half soul coaching, half body, mind, and spirit. And I'm only one person, so I need to also give myself that time off. And that's also a reason why I didn't show up Thursday and Friday for the Daily Heavenly Podcast show. And again, I'm deeply sorry from the bottom of my heart, but I was really feeling a lot of exhaustion, and I was just dealing with my own clearing up that I had to do, and I did it. So I'm back here. And even another reason as well, so you can have compassion for what I was dealing with, is that I've actually been doing a lot of writing. And a lot of writing in, first of all, completing my journal, which it's finally completed, edited one more time, and I will be launching this by spring, which is just around the corner, March 21st. And I'm also working on some future books. So this is a lot that I've been putting together in projects for you as well. So if I want to give you a sneak peek, which you will get the sneak peek in the journal, is the next journal for next year. I already know what it's going to be about, the theme 2022. So you can purchase that at the end of this year, and it won't happen like this year that, you know, I started channeling this year's journal basically in January, and it should have been done prior, right, like October. But now the next year's journal for 2022 is going to be able to be purchased even before the new year. So that's something that's great for all of you. I'm going to be on time with that, and I'm also working on another book, and that's apart from A New You. I'm also working on that project, and the program is completed, but I not need to write the book, because that's something that I would really be divinely guided to do, and I feel like it's going to really help to heal the collective. And so this other book that I'm also working on is going to be about the spiritual awakening, and this is basically what happened in the year 2020. So if you want to learn more about the awakening, the rebirth, and what I'm talking about when it comes to these collective energies and what we're all dealing with worldwide, then you want to take a look at my Lightworker University presentation that I did at the end or the beginning of this year for 2020 to 2021, this transition that we're all undergoing. This presentation is specifically month-to-month guidance for this year of 2021. So I really suggest that you purchase it so that you can listen to it month by month throughout the year. That's the most efficient way to make use of that presentation. But of course, you can also rent it for a least amount of price. And then of course, it's only going to be available for 72 hours. So it's up to you. It's on sale right now as well for the rest of this year. So take advantage of that. I'm going to be making a big sale for my journal as well. So that will be in the next week's daily morning spiritual guidance update that I will give you all, and of course the promo video. And last but certainly not least, make sure that you sign up to my mailing list, because I'm sending weekly newsletters that are in conjunction with everything that happens in the Spiritual Counseling TV network. One of the new updates that I was also guided to do is to make all of the content related to therapy and my motivational speeches, the Q&A radio show, and the couples therapy talk show. I know you guys love that. To make everything exclusive, even the motivational speeches. And I know that I've been giving those motivational speeches for free for over a year, but I'm really guided now to make it exclusive for those who really want it. Those are quick motivational tips that I do at the beginning of each week on Monday, no more than 15 minutes. So it's a great way to listen, even just listen to it, or you can watch it as a show and then take a look at your therapy sessions. That's always been exclusive, but I'm not even going to be giving sneak peeks anymore. I'm just going to actually just be giving like pictures and like sneak like little glimpses, but not like a whole sneak preview like I used to do. So become a member this year so that you can have access to all the stuff that I do exclusive. A lot of the things I don't even promote, like a lot of the things that I do in my School of Light, that's another membership. And I teach a lot of classes year round. I show up weekly for the Spiritual Book Club. Currently we're working on A Course in Miracles, both in English and Spanish. And if you become a member, you have access to both languages. I'm also doing the weekly Ancient Wisdom series, which is more like sacred prayer, ancient history classes, more sacred spiritual practice. And that's something that I also want to talk about, my new block schedule, which is, that's going to be done every Mondays. So that's going to be the first thing that I do in the week. The dailies are going to probably be done either Sundays or Tuesdays, and I'll probably be doing Tuesday to Tuesday, but I would prefer to do Sunday to Sunday. So today I'm doing it on Monday, but starting next week I want to do it prior, right, so that you guys can get it earlier, because usually the Monday ones are usually uploaded later in the day, and I would like for all of you to have it early in the day. And another thing that we do is our weekly angel study class, which is a quick also class, but we learn about the angel of the week. That's going to help us to transcend human distortion so that we can be able to continue to rise and ascend on our soul journey. Because this is what I am. I'm a soul coach, right? It's more than just psychology. It's more than just therapy. So yes, the Spiritual Counseling TV network is great, but even greater would be for you to also have my School of Light membership to complement them both, because that is the purpose of why I created both. And so that's going to be exclusive. The only thing that I'm going to be offering for free on my YouTube channel, of course, is still the Love Show, which is provided by my Spiritual Counseling TV network. That's going to be a monthly show. The fashion show as well is going to be free. That's going to be every month as well, but it's very short. It's only like no more than 20 minutes. And let's see, this updates, which is just updates basically, and a free sneak peek into one of the daily guidance for the week. That's going to continue to be free once a week on Mondays for all of you. But of course, if you want these daily, then you have to become a member of my Spiritual Counseling TV network. And then, so the last but certainly not least, so that's the weekly newsletter, what I send out by email if you're signed up to my mailing list. I also send now a monthly newsletter, and this monthly newsletter, basically it's a summary of what happened in the Spiritual Counseling TV network, but it's not the in-depth articles that I write for the weekly newsletter. But I'm also giving you a synopsis and a little extra message about what the Love Show was about, the love message for the month from God, from our spirit animals, spirit guides, and our angels, and also like a poem about the fashion show, because like I said, these cake designs prompt a story for me to tell. I'm a very visual person, and I can easily get messages through artwork. So that's an artwork that I'm working on. I'm also actually going to start painting again as well. So that's something that's also going to be along the fashion show. So it's either going to be a cake design or it's going to be an actual art canvas that I'm going to start drawing. I started doing this last year, and I did say that it didn't really kind of interest me, but now I got an even better idea, which I'm very excited about, because part of my renovations is also kind of redoing my wall. I'm going to start hanging up more like artwork, need to drill some holes in my wall, and other stuff as well that I have really fun, exciting stuff for this year. And this is all slowly but surely. Definitely by the next few weeks, everything will be completed. We're halfway through, or like 75% through. And the last but certainly not least update, I know it's been a lot, so the last two updates, sorry, is that, okay, so I am starting, you all know that I have a French Instagram page. It's at Christy Ramirez _ and Francoise. Okay, and I haven't been posting since the new year. And the reason why is because I was still brainstorming as to what I wanted to use that page for. To be honest, I'm still working on my French. I'm not a fluent speaker yet, but I did take, classes when I was in college actually. And now I'm just perfecting it, which is the level 2 French, but I'm still needing to find time for studying language, right? So because I'm not yet fluent like I am in Spanish, I'm going to start to do something more creative for now. This year, I'm going to be doing like a monthly campaign that's going to inspire world issues that really do need awareness. And I'm going to be doing this in the form of creative photo shoots. This is something that I've always loved to do as a hobby. It is one of my talents and gifts, and I want to use it for something greater now. I love photography. I love everything that's art. And so I'm just getting creative. I already did post one for Women's International Women's Day, which is today, Monday. And it's also Women's History Month, the month of March 2021. So there's a lot to celebrate with the theme of woman empowerment. So this is something that I'm standing for this month of March. Throughout this month, as I'm guided, perhaps weekly, I'm going to be posting photos, basically. One main campaign photo that I feel really speaks volumes about the issue. So it's not just me taking photos of myself, it's something that's going to speak volumes. And maybe sometimes it won't even be necessarily photography. You know, this is where I'm just getting creative. Maybe I painted one time, I don't know. So I'm just going to let myself be free to express myself creatively. That's going to serve a higher purpose as well. So please make sure to follow me on that Instagram page, because I'm only going to be posting these creative content on that page. And likewise, I have a Spanish page. If you are a Spanish speaker and you're interested, or someone in your family speaks Spanish, follow me on that page, because what I do in Spanish is my School of Light in Spanish. The Spiritual Book Club is something that I'm focusing right now for the Spanish speaking people. So that's the Escuela de Luz. Same membership applies. So if you know anyone in your family, you can share the membership with each other. That's the great part of it, right? And it's really helpful. And you know, reading the Course in Miracles side by side, English and Spanish, really helps to me even to understand even deeper the message behind A Course in Miracles, which is really, really pertinent at these times. So that's something that I really suggest and recommend you become a member of. And then last but certainly not least, there's a new Women's Empowerment Forum series. It's a show series that I'm going to be beginning this month as well. So tomorrow's the first episode. I will be uploading the same day that I film it, because you know, I don't really have access to the live video content, material, technology, right? So I have to upload the videos after. But I really do want to do those very early, because this is the month to celebrate woman empowerment and the woman's history. So what this Woman Empowerment Forum show series, that's going to be exclusive only for my Spiritual Counseling TV Network members, is going to be about looking into women in history and discussing their impact on future generations, how they've created revolutionary change, inspired women to continue to have courage and have confidence in their abilities and in their potential to also contribute to humanity. So this is huge. This is a very serious issue, because believe it or not, sexism still exists, and there isn't yet a 100% equality worldwide. And this is something that I really stand for, because I'm a woman myself and I've dealt with this in my personal life, which I will be discussing in those series, different aspects and topics about what women have to deal with, including, you know, discrimination, job discrimination as well, work harassment, sexual harassment, dating harassment, and just you know, even in relationships this can apply. There's just so many topics that I want to bring into awareness for women and men alike, because when men are aware of how women feel, then men can start to also become more gentle with women, and maybe even help women also rise, because this is the era of the rise of the divine feminine. This is something that's I'm going to discuss as well, but this is something that's an era thing, okay? And this is something huge, because we are in a new era. So I'm going to leave all of this amazing content for that show. Become a member so that you have access to that. You also have access to special events that I do year-round, such as the New Year's special office holiday party that I did, where I talked about manifestation, being the alchemist of your life, and we created and built a vision board together. And this is something that we're all needing to do this year, right? Build new things, a new way of life. You know, I've even had to kind of take out truly my artistic side to the extreme, to the point that I've discovered things about myself that I didn't know. I've even needed to, with all being said, I've even needed to be painting walls. This is something that I never imagined I needed to do, build things. So I've needed to be doing things that are outside of my comfort zone. But once I did it, I realized how not uncomfortable it really was. It was actually fun. So this is part of the message for today, specifically on Monday, March 8th, 2021, is that we need to be comfortable with stepping outside our comfort zone, because believe it or not, it's not as bad as it seems. And if you decide to stay stuck in your own prison, in your own jail, in your own box in life, then you're gonna miss out on seeing what's out there greater that could potentially change your life. That's a huge message, because I know that a lot of us are still living in fear. And this fear, like what A Course in Miracles teaches us, is only an illusion. So we need to break these delusions and break free. Conquer your fears. Overcome your challenges. Because these challenges are basically just an opportunity to prove yourself that you can do it. That you actually do have the potential. And even to also activate this new potential. Because we are living in a limitless world with limitless possibilities. But unless we go ahead and take the risk to discover what those possibilities are, then you're never gonna know. And this can even be in relation to career and purpose. Like, let me take my life, for example. You know, I was educated as a psychologist, as a marriage and family therapist. This business venture of mine that began in August of 2019 has truly brought me outside my comfort zone and actually expanded my potential and my abilities to even think outside the box of psychology, which is very book-based, right? Psychology is a very small branch, whereas ancient knowledge, esoteric wisdom, Hermeticism, which is actually that gave birth to one of the branches of psychology. Psychology is relatively very new. Then if I would have stayed stuck in that little small branch, I would have never seen what I've seen now. I would have never opened and developed these spiritual gifts of mine that are beyond just therapeutic. They're actually life-changing. And it's a very strong intuition that I've developed, but it's just my own inner confidence, you know, that I truly do have the ability to help people and change their life. I never got that reassurance with just the book-based education that I got from school. And I'm not bringing down school, because that actually played a huge role in who I am today. But I'm just saying that the icing on top of the cake for me has been this journey as a soul coach. And I would never give it up for nothing, even if it gets difficult for me. And trust me that I've had those moments even as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, doing it all alone. Because right now, I don't have any help, but the help of my angels, spirit guides, and God, which I'm very grateful. And of course, my mother, who is my utmost 100% support system and even sponsor when it comes to this business. She's always believed in me. But sometimes that's not enough, right? Sometimes there's just other things that we need to learn to do, like the technology stuff that I've had to learn because I needed to learn it to be able to do more quality stuff for all of you. And, you know, actually spend time in doing the research, spend time in silence to actually get the downloads. It's a lot of work. And even though it's been seeming overwhelming for me, I've had to get myself back up, and I've been able to do that. Which I want to come to remind you all, that if you ever feel that you have been knocked down by life, get back up, because I promise you that your angels actually want to help you. And they're actually pushing you to get back out there, to keep showing up, to keep doing the mission work, the light worker work, the light work, because this is what the journey is about. And nothing else can trump this. Nothing else will be as emotionally fulfilling than being of use to God. Not even personal achievements for all, let me tell you, unless they have a purpose for the collective with inspiration and being a positive role model, a positive influencer, which is what my goal is. And yeah, I feel like that's the guidance for today. That's the message that I wanted to come up. I had a lot to share with you all today. Thank you for being patient. Let's get started now with today's guidance for Monday. Right. So as always, spiritual guidance cards. These are cards that I created on my own, so you will not find these anywhere else on the market. And these were channeled to me, you know, at the very beginning of my journey as a soul coach. And how many different messages I can get with the same cards is just incredible. And that's pretty much also the message for today. collaborate and accept help from heaven. You see, heaven and the heavenly realm is also bringing your true soul tribe to your life, and who you connect with, who's going to actually help you to thrive in life and propel forward with the mission work. Because at this point in the game that we're all in life, it's not even about us anymore. It's not just about wanting company of friends, of just people around you, even a romantic relationship. This is more serious now, and I'm not trying to be serious, but it really is now more important than ever to choose wisely who you spend your time with, because now the mission work is at stake. And I'm going to keep saying that because that's my hardcore belief. And I'm very much a hardcore person in a way when it comes to discipline and knowing my worth and just doing as God says. I can be a very diligent warrior and I guess army of God when it comes to that, because I've learned the hard way that when I've not listened to my intuition or God, it doesn't pay. So, and again, vulnerability is strength. This is also telling us that this is also about collaboration with people in the physical realm when they show up as light, right? As the light, as the true people who are meant to be in your life. And know that even though you're vulnerable, remember, like I said this in my spiritual talk actually, the most recent one, New Moon in Aquarius, was that some people are more vulnerable than others, but when you become aware of your vulnerability, it's actually a strength rather than a weakness. But if you lack awareness in this vulnerability, that's when it can be used against you, and that's when it becomes a weakness. But God is telling us that you can regain this inner strength if you ever feel, let's say, exhausted, which can create vulnerability, right, from overworking. It's only due to a lack of self-care, lack of spiritual alignment. So the guidance for today, especially today on Mondays, and perhaps every Monday, make it like your ritual, your spiritual practice day, which is something that I actually did yesterday when I was creating the new block schedule, was that every Monday is going to be the spiritual practice kind of content. Like the spiritual book club is all about spiritual practice. It's more than just actual yoga and meditation. It's actual getting that knowledge spiritually. And our weekly Ancient Wisdom series, where we connect with Mother Mary and our Father in Heaven, and when we get the weekly health guidance, basically. And, you know, the guidance clear right here, right? To regain your vitality, focus on your health and wellness. So, of course, include also your meditation and yoga, which, if you don't know how to do that, I have a series as well that you can become a member. And I teach you what I know, what I've learned from experience. And I do have a little background in education as well. I've taken workshops and teacher training classes for that as well. And of course, for nutrition, I did go to graduate school. Okay, so be your own rock during these times that might feel unstable for us all, especially emotionally. And this is very appropriate because the next topic for the Spiritual Counseling TV Network therapy session and motivational speech that I will be uploading this week for all of you for the month of for this week is how to reach emotional stability, because I know a lot of us are lacking with that, and that can create anxiety, that can create even social anxiety, it can create just fear of stepping out in the world, or it can just create even fear of taking a leap of faith, taking that new venture that is going to bring you up a level in life. So let's get our daily affirmation to help us to feel more confident, to be able to manifest this life of our dreams that we desire deep in our hearts. Let nothing hold us back anymore. And we have the message, of course, appropriate. I can overcome all obstacles that come my way. I am wise enough to figure a way out. I am strong enough to withstand the pain. I am loving enough to transmute the pain into something creative and genius. So if you're feeling any heartbreak, any pain, any fear, transmute it. And this is where art comes in. And this is continuous guidance for this whole year. Learn new arts and crafts. Master the crafts that you already know. And I am a central being, and I embrace my central nature. And this is the sacral chakra activation that we are feeling this month of March. I did channel this, the color orange, when I was actually coloring into my agenda for this month. All of it is orange basically, because orange is the sacral chakra. And that's where our sensuality comes in as a feminine and also as a masculine, as a divine feminine and masculine, and divine masculine. And remember that sensual and sexual energy is creative energy. So transmute it in the right way, not in the destructive way. And you already know what I mean. And use it wisely, because God is gifting us with this energy for a reason. It's for divine inspiration. Let's get an angel message for today, and for sacred union with the spiritual partner as well. That this is what I will be talking about in the love show, our love guidance for the month. We have the World card. This is gonna change your world. This is action steps that we need to take to change our world, restructuring our life, our home. A very happy ending though, with all the hard work that we've been putting into this, coming full circle, finally completions coming in, spiritual growth and insight that will be more clearer as a result. I've been channeling that all of these changes are necessary so that we can achieve this more easy clarity. And then we have the Six of Gabriel, which is practically looks like the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands in reverse, which is the victory card in reverse. So, you know, this is about you're not yet completed with the mission work, with the projects. Don't quit before you've completed the project is a big message for today, because guess what? This could be life-changing. So if you quit too early in the game for whatever goal that you're trying to achieve, this is about the goals that we set at the beginning of the year, these projects that we're working on for the reset that happened in January, that began in January, and are being completed in this month of March, the month of creativity. See it to completion is the message, so that you can reach this victory in your life and this very happy new beginning that is wanting to come through, this new chapter, this new you, which is where my New You Atomic Soul Coaching Program comes into play. Do the healing work so that you can reach the final destination, which is your new life, your dream life. But you need to do the work. It's not going to just be handed to you. So that's the difference between the people who thrive in life and the people who stay behind. It's because the people who thrive actually work. It's not about not working. Trust me that all the people at the top, the people who reach success, take a look at Tony Robbins, other idols that we look up to. They've done the work. They're in their much older years. You know, Tony Robbins is in his 60s. And I remember that I started following him when he was in his 30s. So look at his journey. It's been a 30-year journey for him. So trust me that it's not over yet. This is just the beginning for all of us. This is a new beginning worldwide. This is the transition that we've all undergone from the year 2020 and beyond. So stay focused, stay committed, stay diligent, and stay strong, because your life literally depends on it. It will change your world. So I'll see you all tomorrow for my members out there for the daily morning spiritual guidance video, and for all of you YouTubers who follow me, I'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching this video. It means a lot. I really hope that it's changing your life, but remember that consistency is key. So it's not just about watching one of my videos, it's about watching all of them, because all of them have something to teach you. So again, my name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. If you want to book a personal soul coaching session with me, I am currently available. They are currently 50% off all my sessions, and that's not including the first consultation. The first consultation session is an extra 50% off. So if I'm talking prices here, the first consultation is $75, which is basically an hour where we're going to talk about why you're seeking therapy. We're going to be discussing what's the best route for you, solutions, and even my future packages that you can also purchase if a long-term therapy program is needed for you. Sometimes one session is all it takes, so you'll be lucky if that's the case. And if you want a next session, then you can purchase it for $150. That's my normal price. That's 50% off, because my normal price is actually $300 the hour. I do have lots of education and experience over 10 plus years in this field, and of course I offer packages. If you purchase 6 sessions, you have 10% off, and if you purchase 12 sessions, then you have 20% off. And all of these sessions are done via phone, And I have an office where we can talk. If you want a Zoom call and do a face-to-face call as well, we can also do that. It's up to you. And I know that a lot of people just need someone to talk, someone knowledgeable that they can rely on for spiritual guidance, for actual therapeutic knowledge. Because sometimes, you know, family and friends, yes, want to help, but they might not be the best people that can help you at that time, especially if you're dealing with serious mental health issues. And I don't want to say issues, but it could just be an imbalance in life, because I have a different approach when it comes to the psyche. Okay, so I don't like to label people. I don't like to prescribe. I don't like to say that something is wrong with you, because I believe that it's always at the core of it, it's a spiritual crisis. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you to see beyond what many doctors will tell you is just a label. And that sets people behind on their journey. It really does set a huge block and even affects self-worth. And that's not what I want to. I want to bring to you empowerment, self-confidence, and help you to raise your self-esteem so that you can be the best version of yourself. For yourself, for your future, for your children, as a partner, as a person in mission for the collective in the community. So purchase my new You Telling Soul Coaching program as well. Those are therapeutic spiritual guidance videos that are going to help you with this transition as well if you don't want to book a personal session. So again, I'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching. Namaste.